Hey, welcome to the G6 Web Services, a local brand slayer marketing platform. Today we're going to show you exactly what our platform does and all the really cool features and benefits of this exciting platform. When you first log on to the G6 Web Services local brand slayer platform, this is what you're going to see. You'll see some menu options on the left-hand side: recent activity, my products, store, customer list, executive report, and settings. And in the middle, you can get to your social marketing, presence builder, and reputation marketing modules. I will show you more about that in just a few minutes. As you can see, we have our presence builder here, which is really the beginning of the platform and where we want to start. On the front page, we have the overview, which shows you your business profile, the percent completed, the My Listing new visits, the data provider accuracy, and the site syncing. You can see how to take a tour, and you can also watch the overview video. At the top, we have our menu of Google Insights, My Listing, Listing Distribution, Listing Sync, and Business Profile. Let's take a look at the Edit Business Profile. You can see the name of the business here, along with the address, the phone number, the website, business categories, hours of operation, and additional information such as the description, the payment methods, services and brands offered, and additional contact information below, along with the Google Maps display of the address that you put into the system. You can also put in your competitors' names along with your social account links, and as you can see, we have 4 social account links that we've already put in for this business. You can also change your notification settings. So when you get notifications when somebody leaves you a review, for example, somebody posts something, you can see that because it will get emailed to you. You can have each one emailed to you by itself, or you can have what's called a daily digest, where you just get emailed once a day for these notifications. And you can see all the different notifications that you can get, and you can turn them on or off. So that's the settings for this particular aspect. We can get into Edit My Listing. So this is a web page that you get through the platform, and you can make all kinds of customizations for it. You also get your own reviews page where you can send customers to write you a review. You also get a QR code for this site. You can change the theme, the branding. You can make it your own domain, or you can just have an add-on domain here. You can track your campaign, and you can also look at the analytics. We haven't set up a campaign for this business at this point in time in this portion of it, so we're not going to go into the rest of it. We'll check out the listing distribution. Now this is the data aggregators portion here, and you can see that 3 of the 4 data aggregators still do not have all the information. Newstar Localese has all the information, so it is considered to be synchronized and in full compliance of the listing for the business. So it is going to start putting out the listing to citation sources. And you can see here that this is where you can look at your citation statistics. So this will make sense to do over the course of time. Eventually this will probably build up citation sources. Right now we're at 30. And the reason that increases is because your data aggregators send the information out from your listing once it's fully synchronized to a whole bunch of websites that will give you a citation, because they want to have this information for your business. So here's one of them right now, is this Friends Eat website. And it's just a listing with a lot of information on it. So you can see where all these different citations are coming from, and you can click on them. Citations are very beneficial for your business because they all point back to your website, and Google likes that a lot. And then we have our statistics here, what your listing score is. And the listing score can vary, it can go up or down a little bit, depending on how many listings you have, how many accurate listings you have, etc. And it will also give you the statistics on how many citations it found for you. In here you can change your settings. You can choose which sites make sense for your business. For example, if you're not a hotel, you wouldn't want to have a hotel listing or directory. If you're not an apartment complex, you wouldn't want to use the apartment guide, for example. So you only want to have the listing directories checked that make sense for your business. You can also print this listings report. See, we're in the reputation. We got into the reputation marketing segment here, so we're going to get out of this for just a minute. We're going to go back into the presence builder because I have a few other things to show you here. So we've looked at the data provider accuracy, and you can see that it's actually gone up by 1 since we've even started this, which is really cool. So we're going to take a second look at that a little bit later, and we'll see which data provider or aggregator has updated since we started doing this. So we have 47 of 49 sites syncing here. You can see which ones we have connected to and which ones we haven't. So we just started this month with this particular business, and so not everything is completely synchronized yet. And you can see how many different websites there are that can be synchronized with the business. Now we get into the business profile, which we've already seen. Again, this is where you can change the name of the business and all of the business contact information, your competitors, your keywords that you want it to look for, etc. Now we're going to look at the Google My Business Insights. So this is really cool. This shows you how many people have found you on Google, either directly by typing your website into the Google search engine directly, or by discovery through the search. It also tells you the number of customer views that you've had, and what the source was. Was it Maps or was it Google itself? How many customer actions you've had, request directions, visit your website, or how many phone calls have been made. So it's really a very incredible platform that gives you a whole ton of information all in one place. How many phone calls you've received and on what days. And how many people requested directions to your place of business if you have a brick and mortar business. The phone calls by day there that you see are the total number for each Wednesday, for example, in the month. And you can see that you can change the there at where it says 1 month, you can change it to a week. So now we're going to get back into the reputation marketing segment. And you can see the listing score here. And this listing score goes up with every additional directory that has a listing for your business. How many accurate ones, how many possible error ones there are, and how many are not found. And this is kind of a different area of where the other listings were that we saw earlier. You can actually go in and you can change things in this portion of it, whereas you can't in the other one. The other one's the auto sync. This is a manual sync where you can go and you can change things by yourself. So you can see that everything in the listing here for Yahoo Local is accurate. So I'm just going to click on Ignore Errors because we have no idea what errors it's talking about. You can see that it's successful. So now it says accurate listing found for Yahoo Local. So now we can go through each and every one of these different directory listings and see which ones it found with errors, which ones are accurate, and which ones it doesn't look like it appears. And then we have our other citations here. And this is the place where we were looking at the different citations. So this citation is brand new. They actually found the old website for this business and they have it on a web page. So this is pretty nuts. This is actually the old website that hasn't even been live for almost a month now. So pretty interesting that it found that. And here's other citations. MosaicRestaurants.com. It's just a listing for this business. Now you can look at the site statistics here, and you can see how many citations you have over a period of time. And we've already seen this page once, but this is how you get to this. This is an easier way to get to this page through the reputation management portion of the platform. There's your listing sources that we talked about earlier. Now we're going to get into the reviews. The reviews is really key to having a successful business. So you can see here how many total reviews, what the average rating is, and the breakdown of the star rating. Here's what's called a word cloud. The green means positive, the blue is neutral, and the red is negative. So when there's negative reviews about a particular keyword phrase, it shows it in red. So there's the latest reviews that you see for this platform. We got a 3-star review. It said very good. I think that they were a little not understanding of the star system in relation to how what they felt about it. Here's a response. You can respond directly to your reviews right through the platform. You can click on how to respond to positive reviews when there's a positive review, and it shows you. And see, it says action required if you haven't responded. And here's a little deal on how to respond to negative reviews and what you want to say and what you don't want to say. It's very brief, so if you have questions about how to respond to negative reviews or positive reviews, we are extremely happy to help you with that. If you'd like us to help you respond to a negative or positive review, we're happy to help you with that as well. So here, we're going to go ahead and respond directly to a review. This was a very positive review. It's just 5 stars, so they didn't really say much of anything. So we're going to thank them. We're going to make it personal by using their first name, and we look forward to serving them again. And that's it. And you can see your comment after that. That gets directly put onto Google. So you can see that all of these reviews are from Google right here. That's where most of the reviews for this business come from, is Google. You can also select which platforms you want to see the reviews from. So here's the Facebook reviews. We have TripAdvisor and we have Kudzu. So the platform does a really nice job of searching the web and finding your reviews. You can also filter by the number of stars. So if you want to see all of your say for example 1-star rating, you just select that and it shows you all the 1-star ratings. You can also select by response status. So just to say something real quick here, so you can see the shared and not shared and the published status or not published, and whether they're with or without comments or with or without new comments. So you can see the word cloud, and you can also see the trending words, the most recent trending words. So we're going to get back to the generate reviews in a little bit. Right now we're going to look at the mentions. So you can see here that it looks for mentions of your business online. You have to type in the settings, and we'll show you that in a second. You can connect your Instagram account. It scours the internet for mentions of your business, or your name if you choose to use that. You can use any of those. So it shows these mentions here. They don't really pertain to this business. And that can happen. Oh yeah, well there's a golden dragon in cottonwood. So right there in the middle. So that particular one did pertain to this business. But all it is it's a mention, that's it. So here's where you can change your settings. So you can put in what your keywords are, you can add or delete negative or positive search terms. So here's the social activity. So it shows the Facebook and Twitter accounts here. You can also hook up a LinkedIn account or employee Twitter accounts. And if there's any mentions on social about your business online, then it will display those. So here's the number of page likes. It shows you the number yours has versus the industry standard. Twitter, we don't have any followers. We just hooked up an account. We don't have anything going on there yet. You can also hook up a Google Plus or a LinkedIn account. You can put in your competitors and you can see how you're doing compared to them. So here's 4 restaurants that we put in. 3 of them are competitors and 1 of them is ours. So if we look under Chinese buffet, you can see that we have 24% of the mentions, which isn't bad for 4 restaurants. We'd certainly like a lot more of the searches. So we're definitely going to work on that. If somebody types in Chinese food, we're at 100%. So anytime somebody searches for Chinese food, we're at 100. But if they put in Chinese restaurant, which is interesting, it's 1%. And Panda Express has 99%. So down below here, we see our social audience. Just a little bit of a different way of displaying this. It also shows those particular competitors once we tell the platform what pages they have on those particular, like Facebook. So this executive report gets emailed to you once a week or once a month, and it shows you where you're at in regards to your listings. You can see what the industry average is here. It shows you what listing sites there are and how yours is doing on those listing sites. Just like we showed you before, this is just a report of what's going on. And then it also shows you the citations. So a citation is a mention of your business. It could be a directory listing or just another mention of your business by a directory site online. It also shows you your trending reviews, just like we just showed you. What your star rating is, what your recent star rating is, and various reviews, the latest reviews. And then also your social. If you have people, posting or asking you questions on your Facebook page or Twitter, it'll show you those. There's the percentage graphs I just showed you a minute ago. That's called the voice. So when people are searching, it shows you how you're coming up in those searches. Okay, so let's go back into the reviews, and I'm going to show you how you can generate reviews from your current clients and customers. So you just click on Generate Reviews. Remember, we're in the reputation marketing portion of the platform. You can request email reviews by putting in one email address, or you can request bulk email reviews. It'll send them an email and ask for a review, or you can send them to a page. You can actually print out a piece of paper and have them go to a specific website, and it'll take them to that website and show that widget. So here's one that we did for the restaurant. We made a new website called giveusarating.com, and so we made a special page for them. So when people go to this page, they can leave a review right here. So if you only get 1, 2, or 3 stars in the review, it's going to send an email to you and let you respond to it without actually putting that review online. If you get 4 or 5 stars, it will send that review online. It'll give them an option of posting to whichever website you tell them to go to, like Facebook or Google or Kudzu or Merchant Circle, Google Plus, Google, any of those. You can send them to up to 3 of them, so they can choose where they want to go. So here's your total reviews, how many you have versus the industry average for your particular industry. The green obviously are positive, the more grayish or white is neutral, and the red are negative. And then it shows you the percentage of where reviews are coming from, Maps, Facebook, or in this case TripAdvisor. It shows you your average rating. So the industry average is 3.7, and this has the 3.9. So, and it shows you monthly how you're doing as well, which is good information. It gives you a historical report. And this is how many listings you've generated. It thinks you should have 22 in a month. Here's a direct review URL you can send them. It does kind of take them to some, to the RepuSystem site, which is what this platform is based on. So, if you want to, you can send them to your review page on RepuSystems, or you can send them to the Give Us a Rating site, which we will set up a page for you, special for your business. So you can see here that it has the contact information, the social icons, the hours of operation, the map, and also the ability to leave the review. So in this particular case, we just have the Google set up. So that's where people can leave their review. You can choose to publish those reviews manually or automatically. And you can have up to 3 review sites. So in this particular case, oh yeah, we have the Facebook and Google on this. So, and at the bottom, you can see where they are, Facebook and Google. And you can switch the order on these as well. So if you want the Facebook to be first, people are typically going to leave their review on the first one unless they have a specific preference. So you can reverse that order. So these are automatic forms that are going to come back to the customer or client leaving the review. And you can change the text on these based on whether it's a positive review or a negative review. So that's pretty much it for the reviews. It's very, very exciting that you can do all this in one platform, all in the back end. Now we're going to get into the best part of it, which is the social marketing part. The reputation management is awesome, but this is even better. So you can take a little tour. You can just press that little eye up there in the recent posts. So we haven't done a whole lot for their social end back here yet, because as I said, we've just started this month. So you can see the recent posts that they've received or they've made on the social platforms, their scheduled posts, the calendar for their scheduled posts, customer posts, the Twitter leads, which I'm going to set this up here in just a second for you, and you can see how that works. It's really cool. So this will actually scrape Twitter within however many miles of your business, and it will tell you when somebody's mentioning your keywords on Twitter. This is really cool. This is the RSS feeds. Real simple syndication is what it's called. And you can bring feeds in from sources that pertain to your business. So right here we have food.com, which probably makes sense for a restaurant, sort of. Whoops, there's the code for it. That's not what I wanted to do. We just want to add this to the platform, so we can do that by clicking on the plus sign, and we'll go ahead and add that. Yeah, I really don't see a whole heck of a lot more that I would want to include at this point in time. Besides that, this is just for your purposes. It's just for a demo. Although the business is real, but we're just, I'm just showing you how this works. So we're going to change the category here. We're going to make it food and see if we find anything more interesting. Nope, nothing there. Oh, this is for the library. Oops. Well, anyway. There's our food.com, and there's the specifics of it, what the URL is, the name, and the category. So we can actually view the posts that this particular feed has. So it's got a bunch of recipes, which is kind of cool. May or may not be pertinent to this business. And you can see that there was those other news feeds as well. If we only want to see the one from food.com, we can just select the restaurants on the right-hand side. We can click on view and we can see the actual web page that post points to. And then if we find something we like, we can just click on share. So we can change the text in here, or we can add to it. So we can just type a little information here, just make it, personalize it for your business. So we can post now, or we can schedule the post. Right now we only have the Google My Business set up, but you can have Facebook, LinkedIn, and 2 other ones, Twitter, and I think Instagram. So we can schedule this post, so we're going to go ahead and schedule this post for the 26th at 7 o'clock in the morning. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Click on schedule post, and it's done. So we can make our own post, or we can actually share this this post, any of these posts in here. So now it shows up in our scheduled posts. And you see it has the bit.ly link in there. So now we click on calendar. It's right there on the calendar. Any of the scheduled posts show up on the calendar. We click on that, it goes back to the post. And we'll click on the bit.ly link here, and it goes back to that page. So it is so cool. So we deleted that post. We really didn't want to post it. So here's our analytics. Again, we don't have this stuff all hooked up yet, but when it is hooked up, we'll be able to see what's going on with the audience over time. Excuse me. So we just have the Google My Business and the Google Plus accounts hooked up right now. So I'm going to go ahead and type in this Twitter to get this account hooked up, and we're going to show you how the lead scraper works. Yeah, we got a little error there, and there's a reason for that. When you connect your accounts here, your social accounts, you need to be logged into a different tab. I'm going to type it out here for you. So you have to be logged into your social media account in the same browser in a separate tab. So now I'm going to show you how the leads works. So we're going to add a search here, and we're just going to type in some search terms. So you can see we have the address here. We tell it how many miles away we want to go. Oops, slight typo. Got those fat fingers going today. So as I think about it here, we're looking at 25 miles within the, area of the restaurant. So we could probably just type in Chinese restaurant and Chinese food. And maybe that'll work a little better. So we're going to try that. 25 miles. Oh, it wants us to preview the search. We'll preview. Oh, look, we came up with something. Somebody wanted Chinese food. Let's see what they say. Aha. Oh, but she's in Prescott Valley. Okay, so she's a little far away for us. She probably wouldn't drive all these miles, because although it's only 25 miles away as the crow flies, it's actually quite a bit further driving. And then we have our interesting content. You can actually search for the RSS posts. right here without having to go into the different lead searches and stuff. So, and that's pretty much it. So that's really, really super exciting. I mean, this is such an awesome platform. Literally, you can manage your entire web presence here. Oh, here's our aggregators. So there's the other aggregator that came online while we were doing this. That was incredible. So now we have InfoGroup, which is a huge data aggregator. And they will be putting out citations to a whole bunch of other directories and other websites for this business.